Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Echo Park Speedway for round number 3 of the Friday night full send Super Speedway series right here on the Racers Elite Network. I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth, and unfortunately, Dakota LaRue, he is out sick today. He's been definitely battling some sort of flu or something of that sort. But our thoughts and prayers are out with you, buddy. Hope you feel a lot better very, very soon. And can't wait to see you when you return. Right now, these drivers are going through qualifying. Here we go. Yeah, so these guys are out doing their thing at the moment, but before we get to all that here, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look at our. Oh, let me get this part updated. Because, Mike, you're slacking. Lacking. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick moment here and take a look here at your current point standings after 2 races. Currently, out front is going to be Jonathan Stidham for Overrun Racing, followed by Matt Mettler with Redline Racing Network with 79 points. Richie Joplin, he's up there in that third spot. Break Beacon. Kensley Smith, Ryan Warp, Kirby Wainscott, Ryan Roth, Joseph Bonner, Andrew Teft, Stephen Luttrell, Timothy Eisburn, Steve Sizemore, Jack Kelly. I'm sorry about that. Austin Sale, Steve Castle, Trevor Fettig, Rob Morris will round out your top 18 here. 19th, you've got Ronald Piles, followed by Brett Bray, Mike Fudge, Curtis Ecker, Drain Drummond, Les Levy, Jimmy Reynolds, Dana Ryan, James Foster, and Barry Nelson. And then Brandon Zimmerman and Terry Fennell will round out your. Why did that not update? I don't know why that didn't update. Here we go. Let's make sure that updates now. I'm not sure why it's not wanting to update for me, but let's hit this button right here and see if we can get it updated. There we go. That's the way it's supposed to look. Beautiful. All right, but yeah, so that is going to be your current point standings for your full send Super Speedway series here on the Racers Elite Network. These guys are going to duke it out here at Echo Park Speedway. And we're absolutely getting ready to rock and roll here. We do have a couple cars left out here on track, so let's go ahead here and take a look at, a couple cars here on track. We got Jack Kelly in the number 38 machine. Stephen Luttrell looks like he is. Let's take a look here. I believe he is just now coming out. Yes. So Stephen Luttrell and Steve Castle, they're coming out to put down some lap times here. And here comes Stephen Luttrell out of the corner. He's looking to beat a 32.308. As Stephen Luttrell, he will begin his first lap. Stephen Luttrell has been an absolute beast this week, and he is looking to do good here. at Echo Park as he's making his way around turns 3 and 4 now to finish up his first lap here. All right, so he was able to put down a 32.438, which is a little bit on the slower side, but he's still looking to advance his position here on the back straightaway. Out of turn number 4, he will put down a lap time of a 32.637, so did not get too far on that one. Steve Castle, let's see here. I'm not showing that he put down a lap time in either one of his laps. Alrighty, looks like that's going to be our last person to qualify. Yeah, so we've had 13 drivers qualify. And now we're going to wait here and wait for this thing to switch over. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and with that being said, we are going to go ahead and start here with our starting lineup for tonight's event here at Echo Park as these drivers get ready to and set to go for 105 laps around this fast-paced speedway. Starting on the pole, Ryan Warp will be joined by Timothy Eisburn in that number 92 machine. Row number 2, you got Richie Joplin and Les Levy. Row number 3, you got Aaron Roth and Blake Veeken. Stephen Littrell and Joe Bonner will make up row number 4. Row number 5, Matt Mettler and Jack Kelly. Row number 6, you got Brett Bray and Kenny Campos. Row number 7, Austin Sale with Daytona Cross. Row number 8, the number 98 of Andrew Teft with Kirby Wainscott to his outside. Kensley Smith and Mike Fudge will make up row number 9. Row number 10, you've got Jonathan Stidham and Steve Castle sharing that same row. Row 11, Curtis Ecker, James Foster will make up to his outside. And that's going to be your complete starting lineup here for tonight's race. As these drivers, they're going to go ahead and get ready to start rolling off, heading up here into the bankings of 1 and 2. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, apologize about that. Alright, let me go ahead and stop our rolling grid there. I apologize about that. Let's go ahead and get ready to go green flag racing here at Echo Park. Alrighty, and the green flag is out as Alrighty, these drivers are now up here coming out of turn number 2 for the very first time, as they will... I don't understand why everything's not working with me today. Alrighty, so Ryan Warp, he will lead the first lap here at Auto Club, followed by Richie Joplin. We did have that 311 machine of Matt Metler. He dropped down to the bottom of the track, and he's going to fall all the way to the back here. And he's going to go ahead and come back up on track here. Beautiful. Alright, so he's got himself nice and content here in the back. As we have a little bit of a scuffle going on back here with right about that number 53 Joe Bonner with Les Levy, Blake Beacon, and that 8 and Brett Bray, he's back here as well. Right now everybody else is currently single file, as we have currently just one driver hanging out on that outside lane, and that looks like that's going to be that number 62 machine of Levy. He's looking to try to get down, but so far nobody is letting him get down, as everybody else is going to currently run single file. So he needs to quickly get in line. Les Levy. Oh. Now we've got a good battle back here. Oh, big check up there on the bottom, and they're going to back up just a little bit here in turns 1 and 2, but they're going to go ahead and get themselves squared away, as we have a second pack now being formed a little bit further back here, being led by that number 15 of Kensley Smith, as they now make their way through turns 3 and 4. As we continue to watch this battle back here for that 12th and 13th, or I'm sorry, that 13th spot, with Kensley Smith leading this battle here. These guys are doing everything they can to try to figure it all out, but all at the same time, you know, there's drivers in front of them that are starting to pull away, so this is not really good news for these guys up front, as they really need to go ahead and get themselves sorted out, get back single file, so that they can try to catch your front pack, who is currently running single file at this present moment. Alrighty, now it looks like they've finally got themselves a single file here. Now they can get themselves all lined up to try to catch your front pack, who they are now running side by side, as you have Blake Beacon in that number 18 machine leading that outside lane, but he's getting pushed back by that number 62 of Levy, as we ride on board here with Levy. Swinging around now here to lap number 10 this next time by. Let me take a look here. One moment, please. Alright, I just got word that our field could possibly make it all the way up to lap 39 before these guys do need to come down pit road. So these guys do need to make at least a two-tire pit or two pit stops to make it all the way to the end of this race. Jumping back here to the back of the field, we have Matt Metler with Bill's Mafia Nation. He's chillaxing back here with Andrew Teft and Curtis Ecker in that number 8 machine. Right in front of them, we have Jonathan Stidham, Mike Fudge, James Foster. In front of them, we've got the 15 of Kensley Smith, the Daytona Cross, Steve Castle, Kirby Wainscott. And then you've got pretty much the rest of the field directly in front of them. So we've currently got just about 3 different packs going on at this present moment. As you see the second pack just now coming out of turn number 2. As we're keeping an eye up here on this front pack. A couple of cars kind of getting a little shuffled up the track there in turns 1 and 2. So that's starting to make me wonder if they're starting to lose a little bit of grip out of turn 2. As this track is fast, these guys are whipping around this place at, at just about 30 seconds to 30 and a half seconds. And so it's not surprising me too terribly much that they're going to start getting some sort of push out of the corner. As we take a look here at Blake Beacon, who's currently running at 177 coming out of these corners. And let's jump up here to Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine. He's running at 175 at the moment. And they're running just about a constant 175 here from what it's looking like. They're not really gaining too much speed anywhere. Heading up into turn 1, they go up to 180. And let's see what kind of a run he can get down here on the back straightaway. Again, topping off at 182. So from all around this track, there's probably just about a good 7 mile an hour difference. So that just shows you guys, these guys are full throttle. They're using up a lot of tire, because this isn't like Daytona. It's not like Talladega, Daytona and Talladega, they're more than, a mile longer than Echo Park. So they will be using up a little bit more tire. But we are losing that second pack in the back there with Kensley Smith. They're just now halfway down the back straightaway now. But they are really needing to get themselves single file here if they want to catch back up to your race leaders. Let's jump back a little bit more. Oh, did they all? Yeah, so we now have just 2 packs. So you got Kensley Smith in that number 15 leading the second pack out of turn number 2. And they're working lap number 17. So if these guys can really keep themselves, nice, close-knit together, they can definitely start making their way up here towards the front. Kensley Smith actually not rocking out a Napa Auto Parts paint scheme this week. It's just a plank blue and yellow. But I wonder if it's because they had to go to a backup car possibly, and they just didn't have time to get the wrap put on. But he's still rocking out the Napa Auto Part colors. Also want to go ahead and jump back here to your current points leader, Jonathan Stidham, in that number 42 Mercatees.com Ford Mustang out of Mineral, Virginia. He's doing a phenomenal job so far this season, being very, very strong. He does currently have one win, so he is looking to come back and get his second win of the season. But Matt Metler in that number 311, he's up there in the second in points, just 7 points separation between the two. But that time out of turn 4, you saw Jonathan Sim get way high, lose a little bit of ground there on Steve Castle. So hopefully they can get his stuff changed around here. Let's go ahead and jump back up here to our race leaders. Give me just one moment. Alrighty. Let's take a look here at our chat. Richie Joplin says, let's get it. Let's go Joplin in that old car. Says John Wyatt. Blake Beacon, let's go me. Ryan Warp, happy birthday to the ever-aging Richie Joplin. Blake and Ryan jump in Discord. Oh, Richie, yeah, hopefully they got that message already. Mr. Steve, let's go Ryan Warp. Steven Luttrell fan club in the house. Hello, William. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. And Paulo says, let's go Warpin' Vegan. Cheers. Yeah, so far, Ryan Warp, he is doing an incredible job out front here in this field. He has led 23 laps so far today. So he's doing a very good job. Richie Joplin also running second. He's doing a really good job in that number 89 machine. Blake Beacon, he hasn't seen the top 10 yet in his number 18 Dollar General machine. But he is still up here in that 8th spot. So we still got a very long way to go. So don't give up on them just yet. Stephen Luttrell fan club. He's up here in that 4th spot. Stephen Luttrell out of Kansas City, Missouri. He's minding his P's and Q's at the moment, waiting for, these lap times to go down. Here we go, as we're keeping an eye back here on this battle for, just about that 8th to 7th place. We got actually a 4-way battle now with that number 300 of Austin Sale, Jack Kelly, and that number 38 machine. They're battling it out for that 7th spot. And then right behind them, you've got Blake Veakin and Les Levy battling it out for that 9th spot. Right now, Jack Kelly is going to go ahead and take over that 7th spot. He's Sale trying to get down in front of that 62 of Levy, which he will, and that's going to bring Blake Veakin up back into that 8th spot. And that number 44 machine of Kenny Campos, he's going to go ahead and just tuck it down right in front of Brett Bray in that 6th Ford Mustang. Kenny Campos out of Houston, Texas. Making his appearance, I should say. I don't want to not call him a regular, but he's not a regular, I want to say. But glad to have you in here today with us, Kenny. Glad. Okay. Bear with me here, you guys. overlay back up and running here. Looking nice and beautiful again. And so far, everything has settled down here. There we go. Now that's what we were looking for. As we're going to take a look here at Austin Sale, currently in that 7th spot. He's still trying to hold off Blake Beacon and Kenny Campos. Coming back here out here to your race leaders, Ryan Warp, Richie Joplin, Aaron Roth, last week's winner. And Stephen Luttrell just cruising around. They ended up just now putting Kirby Wainscott in that number 10 machine 1 lap down. We did have some drivers already come on down pit road. I forgot to keep an eye on that. So Timothy Eisburn and Les Levy, they both have come down pit road. Appreciate it, Dakota. I hope you are doing well, my man. I hope you're resting. Hope you're feeling better. Alrighty, so it looks like as of right now, it looks like you're top what do we got here? Top 6, just chilling currently, single foul. Let's jump back here to Kensley Smith in the 7th spot out of North Carolina. Kenley Smith, he's leading this second group here, and we've got some battles going on still back here, starting with Kenny Campos up in that 12th spot. He's trying to hold off one of Racer Elite's greatest restricted lane drivers of Andrew Teft in that number 98 machine out of Hope Valley, Rhode Island. These guys just really doing their thing, you know, taking off a lot of time. Kenny Campos goes way up high in turns 3 and 4. That's going to allow Andrew Teft to get a run here on the inside. That's definitely not what they wanted to see for that 44 machine. Let's go ahead and fall back here to this 3rd pack now with James Foster leading way with Matt Mettler, Daytona Cross. And then jumping back up to the main, we will catch up with Kirby Wainscott back in that 20th position. Let's go ahead here and catch up with these guys up here. So we're coming up here just a couple of laps before these drivers, or I should say the rest of these drivers, start making their way down pit road. Let's go ahead and I still have it. So it's going to be a big surprise for the rest of us as well. So this is something that these guys have to remember, you know. This isn't your typical pit-in situation, as these drivers have a commitment line on the back straightaway at the pit entrance. Let's see if... Yeah, so we cannot get a really good look at it. Maybe if we go to turn number 3. So if you guys take a look at those white lines on the right side of your screen, that is the commitment line to get down on pit road. So it's going to be very, so these guys are going to have to go from 175, 78 miles an hour and start braking. As you see these drivers now coming down to that commitment line. That's going to be that number 45, Ryan Warp. The 38, he missed the commitment. So he's really got to get himself down underneath that white line. And now, down heavy into the braking zone. Do not speed at this part. Nice and easy for these drivers. It's going to be very, very important not to speed coming down here onto pit road. As I do see one driver with a black flag. That's going to be James Foster. Kenny Campos, he's having issues. Let's go ahead and come back here, take a quick look, see what happened to Kenny Campos in that number 44 machine as we're riding on board. Just slowing it down, slowing it down. Just shifted way too down there. No harm, no foul. He will lose a little bit of time there, which is going to be a lot of time at the end of the day. But Blake Beacon in that number 18 machine, he's now coming down pit road as well to jump into his pit stall. And here comes everybody else. Steven Luttrell, Aaron Roth, Joe Bonner, they're all coming down pit road. Daytona Cross, he got hit with speeding down here in the pits as well. So this is definitely not what Daytona Cross needed as well. So everybody else minding their P's and Q's. So himself and James Foster all got hit with speeding down pit road. Milford, the Milford driver of Aaron Roth, last week's winner in that number 57 machine, finishing up service on his machine. Now he's going to go ahead and pull out. And here comes Ryan Warp and Richie Joplin in the number 4589 machines. They're going to circle around the front straightaway, and they're going to look at taking over the race lead here from Steven Luttrell and company. Now it's going to be very interesting to see here on how well they're going to blend in. As you see, they got around Joe Bonner and Aaron Roth. And now here they come, catching up here to Steven Luttrell. He's all by himself. And here they come now through turns 1 and 2. Currently, Steven Luttrell, he is running solo at the moment. Steven Luttrell has found company in that number 311 machine of Matt Metler. So right now, Steven Luttrell, Matt Metler, gonna out here in this pace. Matt Miller, he is gonna be our first car a lap down if a caution were to come out. And now, Ryan Warp has 4 cars in his grasp here. And now it's gonna be very interesting to watch and see that gap come down, as they have 4 cars versus 2, so it's going to be very interesting to see how well these cars work. And taking a look here, they're actually not gaining a lot of time like I originally anticipated. This is absolutely incredible here, as you see. We got 1 car now making his way down onto pit road. Ryan Warp and company now just 1.5 seconds back to Steven Luttrell. So let's go ahead and come back up here with Kensley Smith. He's got Blake Beacon and he's got Blake Beacon with him over there. Curtis Ecker, he's got Andrew Teft. And behind them, you've got Stephen Castle leading the way with a Austin Sale, Stidham, and Eisburn behind them. So these guys are really all spread out throughout this entire field at the moment. Now within 1 second is Ryan Warp and company from your race leader here on lap number 48. Kenny Campos, he's the one that entered down here into pit road. And right now they are looking to possibly try to find their way around Matt Metler in that number 311 machine, as now they are right there on the back bumper. So it only took them just a couple laps there to close in on your race leader. But now we've got a 6-pack going on here as they're quickly catching up to that 6th machine of Brett Bray. So they're looking to put Brett Bray 1 lap down here in the next couple of laps. Could have actually very well be this lap here as they start lap 50. Driver that number 36 machine still out front here on lap number 52. Let's go ahead and jump back here to Kensley Smith running in that 6th spot at the moment. He's got Blake Viken, chilling out right behind him. There's my... This 2nd pack here, they're doing everything they can to try to gain on your race leaders, but I think they need to fall back and allow that 3rd pack right there behind them to catch up with them so that they can start making their way up to the back bumper of Aaron Roth. So I think that's going to be their only way that they can catch them here, as we're coming around for 51 laps to go this time by. So we did cross over here into just about our halfway point of the race, and these guys, they can still make it on one more pit stop if they play their cards right. Some notable drivers, they made it all the way to lap 40 plus. So Stephen Luttrell, he pitted on lap 42. Ryan Warp lap 40. So some of these guys, get rid of that logo real quick here. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last time your top 10 pitted. So Stephen Luttrell, he pitted 13 laps ago. Ryan Warp, 15 laps ago with Richie Joplin. So the ones with the freshest tires right now is Stephen Luttrell, Curtis Ecker, Aaron Roth, Joe Bonner. So these guys, they can go just about one more pit stop before the end of this race. And as you can see here, lot of them possibly only took 2 tires. So that's definitely, you know, something that we do want to think about. Let me update this right here. Yeah, so it looks like everybody did take 4 tires. And so far, nobody's had to stop for repairs. All right, down this back straightaway. They are now sitting just about 6 seconds from the back bumper of Aaron Roth. So they're definitely slowly but surely gaining on your race leaders here. So I think it's only going to be just a matter of time before they do catch up to them. Right here, this is your distance between 5th place of Aaron Roth, which is the last car here in line as your 5th place driver. And then all the way back to Kensley Smith in that number 15 machine. He is in that 6th spot. So we're going to leave this up here just so you guys can watch that gap. See if it comes up any closer or not. And that's going to be very interesting to see if they can somehow, some way get in closer. But right now, Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine, he is leading the way. Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine, he's doing a fantastic job in that 2nd spot. Richie Joplin in that number 89 machine, he's doing a great job as well. Everybody hit their marks coming down into the pits for the first time. So let's go ahead and come through the field here real quick, starting off here with Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine. He has started back in that 7th spot. He's currently running first, and he has led a total of 20 laps so far. Ryan Warp has led 40 laps here today. Sorry about that. And he did start on the pole, so he's still doing really great in that top 2 right there. Richie Joplin started 3rd today, still running in that 3rd spot. Joe Bonner, he started 8th, and he's driven his way up to 4th in that GameStop Toyota. Aaron Roth, driver of that number 57 machine, started in 5th, and he is still in 5th in that Aaron's Chevrolet. Kensley Smith in that number 15 machine, driving that SS Chevrolet. He's started back in that 17th spot. He is up to 6th so far, so he's doing a great job. Blake Beacon, he has fallen back 1 spot from where he started, so he's currently sitting in that 7th spot. Curtis Ecker in that number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet. He started in that 21st spot and worked his way up into your top 8. So far, he is your biggest mover of the race. Andrew Teff started in the 15th position, currently sitting in the 9th. And 10th is going to be Stephen Castle, who started in the 20th positions, worked his way all the way up here to the 10th spot. So good run out of Steve Castle so far. Austin Sale, he's been quiet all day, but he could still be a force to be reckoned with by the end of this event. Starting in that 13th spot, up to 11th currently. Your current point standings, driver that number 42, Mercatees.com Ford Mustang of Jonathan Stidham. He started in the 19th position, and he's worked out 7 spots up to 12th. Timothy Eisburn, he fell back at the start of this race after starting 2nd. Currently sitting in that 13th spot. Matt Mettler, your first car, a lap down in that number 311 machine. He fell back on lap number 2. I think he was looking, these guys were possibly going to race a little bit more hectic than they were. And obviously that did not work in his favor, as he's currently sitting in that 14th spot, 1 lap down. Mike Fudge in that number 2 machine having a great day. Hanging out in that top 15, started 18th. But so far, Mike Fudge staying out of trouble here today. Brett Bray has struggled just a tad in that number 6 Ford Mustang. He is currently in the 16th spot after starting 11th, so he's not having a really great day. Kirby Wainscott, he's kind of stalled out as well behind Blake Beacon in that number 18 machine. But he is in that 17th spot, started 16th. He's not having a very advanced full day as well. Jack Kelly, another one of those drivers that is struggling here today at Echo Park. Started in that 10th spot, fell back to 18th, 1 lap down. So he's having a lot of trouble trying to make his way back towards the front. Les Levy started 4th. Had a big issue down on pit road to cause him to fall back. So he's just trying to play catch up in his number 62 Maker's Mark Chevrolet. James Foster in that number 9 machine. He is a couple laps down due to speeding on pit road. So that just absolutely ruined his day there. Kenny Campos and Daytona Cross both had issues during that pit cycle. Not exactly sure what happened, but they are both loaded up and out of this race. But that is your through the field, a little bit of every driver here at Echo Park, and that second pack, they're now within 4 seconds of this front pack. So these guys are coming up on 35 to go this time. Yeah, so it's 35 to go now. And they are slowly but surely gaining on this front pack. So, and they still got at least one more pit stop that they have to do. And, you know, if they were to pit now, they should be able to make it all the way from here. So, if these guys were smart, they will want to go ahead and just stay out and, you know, play it safe for the moment. And make sure they have a little bit of leeway just in case we have that Green-White-Checkered that could still happen at any point, you know, at the end of this race. So that's something that these guys are definitely going to be watching for as they now come through turns 3 and 4. We do have our first set of drivers coming down pit road. It looks like Timothy Eisberg, Les Levy, and James Foster, they're going to go ahead and come down pit road. Let's see. Timothy Eisberg, Les Levy both got caught speeding on entry. So they will be held for an extra 40 seconds down in the pits. So that's something that these drivers are going to have to really pay attention to. James Foster, he is already out of pit lane. As we're waiting for everybody else to start making their way down here on pit lane. Polo, answer John's question, buddy. Thought you were supposed to be at work. Alrighty, it looks like they are starting to put more drivers another lap down. James Foster in that number 9 machine. 30 laps to go this time by for the Full Send Superspeedway Series right here on Racers Elite Network. sun is now out and it is shining, meaning this track is probably going to start heating up. So that means this track might start getting a little bit on the slicker side as these drivers come down the back straightaway. Once again, let's come back here to our drivers back here, being led by Kensley Smith. You know, they are now within striking distance, just about 3 seconds back. Yeah, so 3 seconds back to your 5th place driver. So this second pack doing a phenomenal job at tracking down the front pack. And I seriously think by the end of this, we're going to see a lot of side-by-side racing coming to the checkered flag. But as everybody saw so far early on in this race, that outside lane has not been able to work. And that's going to cause a lot of issues in passing. So these drivers are going to have to do what they can to try to make it work. As you guys, let's go ahead and ride on board here with Kensley Smith in that number 15 machine. Coming out of turn number 2, you can see that front pack in front of them. That is what they are looking for. And as long as these drivers continue to do what they are doing, they're going to be doing an absolute phenomenal job at catching that front pack. Let's jump back up here with your race leaders. That second pack is starting to come down pit road. Being led here by Kensley Smith in that number 15 machine. These drivers, they must stay together and not get caught speeding on pit road. This is going to be the most important stop for this second pack. They need to stay together. As I'm looking here, looks like there is no penalties at the moment as we're taking a look here at Ryan Warp and Stephen Luttrell. These guys are going to stay out here for another lap. As you have Blake Beacon, Kensley Smith, Jonathan Stidham, Steve Castle, and Jack Kelly all now down on pit road. Nice and easy does it for these drivers. Here they come out of turn number 2 once again. Will they dip down on pit road this time? And it looks like they will. And so your a couple of your front leaders are going to come down pit road. And that's going to be led by Stephen Luttrell. Aaron Roth, he's coming down pit road as well. Make sure you don't speed on pit road. That is absolutely going to be the name of the game at this point. Alrighty, Ryan Warp, Richie Joplin, they're coming down, and it looks like Joe Bonner is going to join them. Curtis Ecker, looks like he's currently going to stay out here and take over the race lead. He's looking to lead a lap here. 22 laps to go this time by. Let's go ahead and get rid of the ticker for now, as that right now that is all obsolete as we are in our pit cycle here. So we have just a couple more drivers here that do need to come down pit road. Curtis Ecker, Andrew Teft, and Kirby Wayne Scott. They still need to come down. Brett Ray still needs to come down for his second pit stop as well. Alrighty. As we continue to see Curtis Ecker and Andrew Teft lead around this pack, and we are anticipating there they come now, coming down into the pit entrance. They're going to go ahead and circle around, and again, guys, this is going to be, they have to be smart about this. Do not speed on pit road. It's already caught a couple drivers off guard, so they've got to be really, really careful getting down to, I believe it's 45 miles an hour down on pit road. They got down pit road just fine, so that looks very well for them. Stephen Luttrell, is going to be currently out front of this pack. Here comes Brett Braid down pit road now. So Stephen Luttrell, Aaron Rothen at number 57. Once again, he's having a phenomenal day here in the Full Send Super Speedway Series with 19 laps to go this time by. Ryan Warp in that number 45. This is the furthest back he has been out on track, and that's third spot. Joe Bonner in that number 53. He is hanging tough as well. So right now, your top four is all together here. Matt Metler, he's still hanging on as the first car a lap down. So he's doing a fantastic job, you know, trying to hold on to that 14th spot. He's still praying for a caution here. And it's still possible that one might come, so you never know. So definitely want to stand by for this as well. Oh, and it looks like Timothy Eisburn and Les Levy, we did know that they got caught spitting down on pit road, so they are going to fall back to that 18th, 19th spot, respectively. $18 laps to go. Let's go back here to Blake Beacon in that number 18 machine. Blake Beacon, he is still looking for a very strong finish here in Racers Elite. He's always had a very, very strong car, and unfortunately, he has not been able to make anything of it due to situations out of his control. So he is looking to change that around here today as they make their way through turns 3 and 4 with Kensley Smith in a number 15 machine all over his back bumper. And if you want somebody on your back bumper, it's definitely going to be Kensley Smith. So they are now sitting just about 4.3 seconds back. Can they have enough time to catch up to your race leaders? Right now, it's at a steady 4.42 seconds. I'm not sure if they are going to have enough time to gain on your race leaders here and contend for the race win. This time by, we're going to have 15 laps to go. So as it looks right now, ladies and gentlemen, this here is your battle for the race win out of these 4 cars for the moment. As we have 15 laps to go here at Echo Park Speedway. We have gone caution-free all race long. Again, this is a absolute huge difference between last season and this season. These guys have really settled themselves down. They are giving more room. And let me tell you what, that has created a heck of a lot more entertainment for us here on Racer Elite Network as you continue to watch these 4 drivers duke it out here for that first place. So coming here to like the last 5 laps to go or so, I think that's when we're going to start seeing a lot of things. I smell a wreck ahead. AZ, you never know. These guys, I believe they're going to really start duking it out with about 5, let's go between 3 to 5 laps. I think Ryan Warp and Joe Bonner might have a little bit of say of possibly who can win this race. And then also you got Matt Metler in that number 311 machine, 1 lap down. I know he is praying for caution to get back on the lead lap. However, he can become a deciding factor in who possibly wins this race today in just about 12 laps. So that's something that we're also going to keep our eyes on here as they come out of turn number 4. As you see, Matt Miller, he's kind of just hanging out around the outside at the moment. You know, out of these corners, he doesn't really want to be involved, but he also doesn't want to lose these guys because, well, at the end of the day, he doesn't want to go any further back because he wants to stay away from Kirby Wainscott in that number 10 machine, who is back here hanging out in the last car in this second pack. So these guys definitely wanting to mind their P's and Q's. And I'm taking a look now. Let's jump up here to Kensley Smith. And the front pack has actually gained time. They are now sitting 4.7 seconds in front of his first pack. So they are actually losing time back there compared to your race leaders. All right, chat, 10 laps to go this time. Put in your final guesses on who's going to take this win. Will it be Steven Luttrell, Aaron Roth, Ryan Work, or Joe Bonner? Which one of these 4 drivers will take it? Or will they all crash out? And will the likes of Kensley Smith or Jonathan Stidham bring home the race win at the end of this race? What are your thoughts? Get your last moment picks in. I know Aaron Roth, he has struggled last season here in the Full Send Super Speedway Series. He said last week he's not very strong in super speedways. However, here he is running in the top 4. Right now, well, technically top 2 at the moment. Right now, as long as he keeps his nose clean, he can lose positions, and the worst he can finish is going to be 4th. So either way, no matter what happens here today with Aaron Roth, he's going to have a fantastic finish as long as he keeps that nose clean on that race car. So, William Luttrell, Steven, obviously, unless if somebody wrecks him, that is absolutely true. However, I don't want to say much, but look back at what happened last week with Aaron Roth in that number 57 machine. Got a little nosy and accidentally punted somebody out of the way, and he did say that he doesn't like to win that way, and I have to agree with him. So I don't expect to see anybody purposely take anybody out, but I mean, we have heard drivers say that they will wreck their own grandma for the race win, so that can absolutely happen at any point in time as well. Okay guys, I'm just trying to stir the pot here. I can't help myself. You gotta have some fun with it. Alright, and they are coming up on a pack. Oh, who is back here in this pack? Les Levy in that number 62, the number 6 machine of Brett Bray. He is down here. And these 3 drivers are all over the place. Nice and easy here, guys. Alright, your race leader's getting around this lap traffic just fine, and that's Timothy Eisburn in that number 92 machine also going a lap down. Alrighty, 6 coming around to take 5 laps to go. So 5 laps to go this time by, ladies and gentlemen. Four laps to go for Steven Luttrell, Aaron Roth, Ryan Warp, and Joe Bonner. Second pack back 5 seconds from your lead pack here. It is now officially a 4-man show, and right here, your front 4 is going to be the ones for the race win. And now these guys each, if they really want, they can have 1 lap car help them all. So now the question is going to come down. Matt Miller getting really close there to the back bumper of that 53 of Joe Bonner. Now the question remains, who is going to start working with who down this back straightaway? Up here into turns 3 and 4, out of turn number 4, 3 miles to go. 2 laps left here at Echo Park Speedway. Who is going to try to take home the race win here today? Steven Luttrell, Aaron Roth, Ryan Warp, Joe Bonner. Who is it going to be? And it looks like Joe Bonner, he's going to stick it up high. And he's not, he was going to have help from Matt Miller. Matt Miller, he's going to leave him to hang on the outside. And that takes Joe Bonner out of the equation. White flag this time by Luttrell, Roth, Ward. They will now contend for the race win. As you see, the 311 machine, he will go up. Austin Sale has issues. Richie Joplin has issues on the front straightaway. We will come back and take a look, see what happened here, as we have Aaron Roth taking a battle for the outside. Who is going to have it here at the race line? Coming to it. Oh, Roth gets sideways. Crashing at the line. What an incredible finish. It is going to be Steven Luttrell, Aaron Roth, Ryan Warp will round out your finishing positions here. Now the question is, will we have enough for a burnout out of that number 36 machine? Yeah, his car is currently fired. Let's see if he can actually get it moving or not. Here he goes. He was waiting for the final car to cross the start-finish line so he can just do his burnouts. Steven Luttrell. Front end all beat up. Aaron Roth all beat up. Ryan Warp, I think even Joe Bonner all beat up. But we did have some trouble on the back straightaway there on the final lap, so let's go back here real quick and try to dissect everything that has happened. Oh, big hit there. Let's let me try to get a better look at it here. Oh, they were trying to go 4 wide here on the front straightaway. The 89 got into Curtis Ecker, and that came down and got into Austin Sale. The 89 of Richie Joplin got involved here as well. Let's see up here one last time. Sale was just absolutely a sitting duck in this one. He did not see it coming whatsoever. Let's once again, let's and just out of nowhere, he was looking at the side of that number 89 machine. Let's see. He will grab a gear and go. And let's jump up here. Let's slow it down here just a little bit so we can get a better view of what happened. Joe Bonner had a run going 3 wide, and the 57 of Aaron Roth just absolutely closed it. And they will come wrecking across the start-finish line. Hard impact for both 36 of Steven Luttrell, Aaron Roth. Ryan Warp, he was able to scoot by with no issues. Oh, nope, I lied. He took out the 36. Why not? All right, so Aaron Roth, let's ride on board here with Ryan Warp. Now he is probably at this point thinking, man, why couldn't this been Talladega? Man, that would have been something else. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and talk with. Let's go back here just a couple of laps. Slow it down just a little bit here. And let's go ahead and talk with our top 3 finishers. Starting with Ryan Warp, driver of that number 45 Menards Toyota. I'm sorry, Ryan Warp. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, Mike.
Ryan, talk to me throughout that last final lap and what was going through your mind.
Well, I'd gotten a tire warning, like maybe 10, 15 laps before that, so I was worried the right front was going to blow. I had to lift a lot on entry, and I was just waiting for them guys behind the team up and go around, and it kind of seemed like they got a little mixed up, like with 2 to go, and then I thought I was good, and then all of a sudden the 53 had a run, and I just held it to the floor. Whatever happened, and somehow it came out the other end in third.
Yeah, definitely got very lucky there. I'm pretty sure after all that happened, you're like, man, why couldn't have this been Talladega, where the start finish line was a little bit further forward?
Yeah, I could have gotten a win then.
For sure, but I mean, you come back very strong today. You started on the pole. You stayed in the top 3. I don't think you fell any further than third out on track, because I'm not counting the whole pit stops as you losing spots. But top 3 all day long. Really good finish here for you. Um, what kind of momentum does this bring for you as we get ready to head over to Talladega in the Gen 6 cars?
Yeah, I think this really helps a lot. I've never raced this car before. This is the first time, and I'm not really a fan of this track to begin with, so I wasn't expecting too much. And leading a bunch of laps early, starting on pole, and Richie, he was behind me there, helping push me a lot, and thank him. I don't know what happened to him at the end there. I think he had a long pit stop or something, and I don't know. I don't know. It was a good run though. I was not expecting it to go caution free either. Tell you the truth, thought for sure we'd have a few cautions.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely didn't think that we'd be going caution free for the whole race. Well, Ryan, is there anybody that you would like to give a shout out to before I let you go today?
That's all my friends and family, everyone that's watching me, and Gerald Poole, he was helping spot for us, and John Wyatt was too. My teammates, Richie Joplin, Blake Beacon. That's about it.
Alrighty, well, congratulations on your 3rd place finish, and we'll see you next week when we head over to Talladega.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Absolutely.
I'd like to thank Andrew for putting this all on. You guys announcing Chantel for race control.
Yes, sir. It's always my honor and privilege to do this for you guys. Well, again, congratulations, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, driver that number 45 machine, Ryan Warp. Let's go ahead and bring up your last week's winner and 2nd place driver today, Aaron Roth, driver that number 57, Aaron's machine. Aaron, it's Mike up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do. My paint scheme's not working.
I'm showing a Aaron's machine on it.
Oh man, so I've been having a problem with trading paints. I got the Kevin Harvick lookalike car, the white and red one. Dang it!
Well,
because you guys thought I should run the Budweiser car. I said no, I'm going to run the Kevin Harvick car. So that's what I was running.
I remember that conversation. As we're taking a look here, coming to the start finish line. Man, coming sideways at that point, there was no way you were going to get around Roth while he was get around Luttrell while he was in front of you. But man, talk us through that race, and man, was it feel like getting a back-to-back first and second to the season so far?
Yeah, it feels good. But yeah, there are no cautions in this race, and I'm wore out. This track will wear you out without a caution. And we just got a good, 5 of us, I think, 4 or 5 of us got a good start, and then I guess we just kind of left everybody else, I guess, it looked like. And then, but no cautions, I guess they just I don't know if they weren't in single file trying to catch us or what was going on there.
No, they were definitely single file. They caught you right before that second round of pit stops came around, and just
Oh,
coming
okay.
back out, you four, well, five technically with Matt Mittler. You guys all just started pulling away there. You guys went from like 3.5, and they finished up. What was it, 5 seconds back? So I mean, you guys were still pulling away here in the closing lap. So I mean, either way, I mean, man, just what an incredible run for you in that number 57 machine. So I know last week.
Oh, go ahead.
I know last week you made the comment, I'm just not good at this restrictor plate stuff. I am starting to think, Mr. Roth, you are absolutely lying to me.
I didn't say that, did I?
I think you did.
No, I didn't say that. This is my stuff here.
Okay.
But man, I wish if Bonner would have went with me, I would have won that. Dang it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you can go and argue with Bonner about that.
I'll have to, because he says he likes to draft with me, and then look what he did.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I love trying to stir up trouble with you guys because it kind of it gets on Andrew's nerves a little bit when I do that.
Yeah.
But
No,
I don't care.
I loved these tracks, and that's my thing is plate tracks and drafting. I've still got a lot of learning to do. I love Vegas. I run good there, but I still got to, like this last Tuesday at Kentucky, man, I had problems bad. Still got a lot of learning to do on some of those.
Yeah, I mean, still got a lot of learning that we all do at some tracks, and but I mean, man, just coming next week, we're going to Gen 6 over at Talladega. What's your thoughts about heading into the into Talladega next week?
Yeah, that's man, I haven't drove that car for a little while. I think it's a good one there. I think I got a really cool paint scheme for that. I've got to get this figured out. I don't know why. I think I've been having problems. I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, well, definitely can't wait to see what you got brought up for us next week. And before I let you go, Aaron, is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Oh, just my chaos crew again, and I never thank Mikey. Mikey Allen helps me with spotting in that with these races on this restrictor plate stuff. So he's helping me on the Friday nights. He's my teammate on Tuesdays, and my chaos crew and you guys, and then again, and Andrew and all the good competitors that race out here, make it fun.
Yeah, absolutely, and can't wait to see you next week, buddy. And well, congratulations here on your runner-up finish, and look forward to hopefully talking to you again next week.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be driver of that number 57, Aaron Roth. Let's go ahead and bring up your race winner, driver of that number 36 machine, Steven Littrell. Steven, how are you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good, other than getting a concussion after the end of the race, but it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely, man. Well, we went flag to flag, no caution. You went up 6 spots, and man, what was going through your head the final like 3 laps?
Yeah, caution free. That's kind of crazy. It just shows that these guys know what they're doing, and everybody races pretty clean. So, yeah, the last 3, I was hoping there wasn't enough cars for anybody to make a move, and we went into 3, and I saw him go high, and all I can do is just hang on and stay as low as I can, and just push the throttle through the firewall, and we lucked out. I got sideways. I didn't know at the time what had happened, but I got turned sideways and went, oh great. And then I had to look at the relative to see that I did cross the line first, but albeit sideways, but hey, who cares?
Hey, you know what? The whole thing is that even though you got jumped sideways, you were blocking the track, so nobody could get around you for the race win. So, I mean, just what a crazy day, all around. I think this is like the first, flag to flag that I have seen in quite some time here on Friday night. And that makes me feel real good. So far all the racing, these first three races, I don't know if you can agree with me, but it has been absolutely different versus what we saw last season.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying, but these guys, I mean, we just ran Atlanta with, what was it, 24 cars or whatever, caution free.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be done. This is a hard track to do that, and everybody, kept it clean and raced flag to flag. It can be done. It's just aggression gets the best of people sometimes, and stuff like Talladega, you're down the backstretch for so long that you can just kind of nudge into somebody just the wrong way. So, it's all on where you are and what kind of car you're in.
Yeah, definitely very true. I know that William Luttrell, he was out watching today, and is there anybody out there that you would like to thank?
Yeah, of course. My family, you for putting on the broadcast, Andrew for putting on this league. It's just we race almost every day here, and he runs a smooth operation. Uh, my mom, my dad, my wife, my kids, my grandson, and again, my dad will. We'll see if he'll be crew chief for me here in the near future. So maybe he'll just be in here with us.
Oh, absolutely, that'd be awesome to see if he could do that for sure. Well, congratulations, Stephen, on your race win here today. We'll see you next week when we go to Talladega with our Gen 6 cars.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do there.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, driver of that number 36 machine, Stephen Luttrell. He will bring it home with your race win. Man, just all around, ladies and gentlemen, just what an incredible day. And let's go ahead and take a quick look here at your race results. Stephen Luttrell, he'll bring it home first. Aaron Roth second. Ryan Warp will bring it home third. Fourth, it's going to be Joe Bonner, followed by Kensley Smith. Andrew Teft will bring it home sixth. Blake Veeken seventh. Jonathan Stidham will bring it home eighth. Curtis Eckert ninth. Richie Joplin 10th. 11th is going to be Austin Sales. Steve Castle will bring it home 12th. Matt Mittler 13th. Kirby Wainscott 14th. Mike Fudge 15th. Jack Kelly 16th. Brett Bray 17th. Timothy Eisburn 18th. Les Levy will bring it home 19th. 20th will be James Foster. And rounding out your field, it's going to be Kenny Campos and Daytona Cross, both with having issues shortly after our first pit stop of the day. Your hard charger award for the day was going to go to Kensley Smith in that number 15 machine. He drove up 12 spots for Driving Extreme Inc. Stephen Luttrell, he led the most laps here today with 60 laps. The fastest lap was set by, well, Stephen Luttrell. Ryan Warp, he did start on the pole, and we had no cautions today. And we did run 105 laps total. So overall, you guys, what an incredible day here at Echo Park. And before I do let you guys go, let me jump over to... Here we go. Let's go ahead and jump over to our standings. If you guys scroll up to the beginning of this broadcast, you can see the link to our standings on Sim Racer Hub. This gets updated almost immediately after every single race, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys these point standings at the moment. Jonathan Stidham, he's going to hold tight on to your point lead with 122 points, and Stephen Luttrell, he'll jump up 9 spots to tie for second between himself, Kensley Smith, and Blake Veeken with 111 points. And then we have a tie for fifth between Matt Mittler and Ryan Warp. So we've got a really good, strong points battle already here as we are looking at race number 3 of this event, as we do have 10 races slotted for the Full Send Super Speedway series this season. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to head back to Talladega Super Speedway for round number 4 for the Full Send Super Speedway series right here on Racers Elite Network. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below so that you can join us in chat. Hit that bell to get to know when we go live, which is pretty much almost every single night here with Racer Elite. You can never have a day off here of racing. If you guys would like to join us, head over to Racer Elite Network. Head over to racerelite.com and you can get an invite to our Discord and you can join up of our any of our series that we have, and join a really good group of guys here. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and everybody here at Racers Elite, we want to thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw today, and we cannot wait to see you until next time, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mike Taylor up here in the booth, and always remember, no matter what you do in life, ladies and gentlemen, have fun doing it, and if it's not fun, go and make it fun. Until next time, you have yourself a beautiful time zone. See you guys.